Hey girl, I'm Dr. B. Fox, and I help accomplished women to elevate their inner being and optimize their energy so that they can align their inner game with the outer world they have worked so hard to create. And they can do this living life undefined from the things that have been holding them back and weighing them down from moving forward. And so today I want to talk to you guys about meeting your future self. So girl, let me tell you, this has been such a pivotal aspect when working with my one-on-one clients, and then also in some of my smaller groups, to where we really get to dive in, go visit our future self, and in that it gives us that reassurance that we are exactly where we're supposed to be today. Okay, sometimes we struggle, right? We struggle with the why me, or is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this the path that I really want to be on? Is this the path that's going to lead me to where I want to be a year, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road? And so it can be very reassuring when we go ahead and we meet our future self, and we can ask her questions. We can just sit in her energy, in her space. We can simply spend time with her. And what I've seen with my clients is that when we get you there and you meet her and you get to spend some time with her, that it is so easy to just pop in with her whenever you want. So a lot of clients will use this when they're feeling a little bit uncertain with either the path they're on or the specific day, or maybe whether or not they're supposed to launch that new program or have another child, or whatever that next big step for them in life is. They can go and they can sit with her and they can really hone in on what feels good for the now, because you're reassured by that future self. Okay, and so we're gonna do, it's basically a practice here where you're gonna have your eyes closed. You're gonna be in a super comfortable position. That might be sitting for you, that might be lying down. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to be nice and comfortable, be able to be distraction free, no one running around. So if this isn't the time for you to be distraction free, I would put this in your calendar to watch on a day that you do have 10 or 15 minutes just by yourself, where you can walk through this guide with me, meet your future self, and spend a few minutes with her, just being reassured that you're exactly where you're supposed to be today. So are you guys ready for this? All right, so I want you to go ahead and just find yourself in a comfortable position. So maybe that's sitting. If it is sitting, I want both feet flat on the floor, okay? And just hands in your lap. Try not to have anything crisscrossed, okay? Nothing like this, legs crossed. Try to just flat, nice and symmetrical. If you're laying down, maybe you're just laying, hands are out to the side, feet are just flat out, not crossed at all, okay? So I'll give you guys a second to get into this position. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm very excited for you to do this exercise with me. It has been wonderful for so many, and so I'm hoping you get that same value out of it. Okay. All right, girl, we are gonna get started. So I'm just gonna be here, probably close my eyes. It helps me just in sync with the visual. And you don't even have to be looking at the phone. Just simply set it aside, make sure you can hear me, and we'll spend the next 10 minutes together just walking you through to meet your future self, okay? Okay. Take a nice few deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out your mouth. Okay, now that we're settled in, I want you to see this big ray of sunshine coming down from the sky, and it lands right next to you. And following that ray is this beautiful marble staircase, and it comes down following the same path as that ray of sunshine and lands gently where the sunshine lands. And I want you to go ahead and walk over to that marble staircase. And go ahead and step up on the first or second step and hold on to the handrail. And the marble staircase starts to go up and up and up. And in the clouds, it pivots and it begins to come down on the other side, coming down, 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 and gently lands. And I want you just to take a second and look around. What do you see? Do you see yourself on the beach, in your dream home, in your current home, in the woods? So get a sense of that place you are. Take a deep breath in. And now I want you to look around, and I want you just to scan the area. How does it feel? What does it look like? Are there any details that you care to capture? And as you look around, I want you to spot her, your future self. She could be 5 years older, 10 years older, 20 years older. That really doesn't matter. But she's yourself in the future, and I want you to see her. I want you to lock eyes with her. And what's your first impression? What does she radiate? What does she look like? What does she feel like? What is her energy like? And she calls you over, and I want you to go ahead and go over to her. And maybe you hug, maybe it's just simply a smile. And you guys are going to have a handful of minutes together. So I want you to find just a nice, gentle, comforting, soothing place for you to be. And go ahead and spend these next few minutes with her. You can ask her any questions. Maybe she just simply has a message for you. And go ahead and take that time with her. And you're going to start to wrap up today's time with her. Go ahead and ask any last few questions. Just be in her presence, listen to her. And it's time to go for now. So I want you to go ahead and give your see you laters. And the staircase is waiting for you. Go ahead and walk over to the staircase. Step up on the first or second step and hold on to that handrail. And the staircase goes up, up, and up. And in the clouds, it pivots and it begins to come down on the other side. And down, down, down. And it softly lands right next to that ray of light, placing you exactly where you're supposed to be today, right now. I want you just to take the next minute or two and just take some deep breaths again, in and out. And I want you just to be still for a minute, and I want you to take in any of the messages that your future self had for you. Just program them in, hold on to them. Visualize the words, visualize the conversation, the energy around her, the love she had for you. If you have a journal or some paper, feel free to write it down. And what I do want you to know is that now that you've met her, you can go visit her any time you want. So if you're doing intentional mornings or nights and you want to spend the first couple minutes of your intentional time going in and visualizing and being with her again, in these first few handful of weeks, I think it's so powerful to go and visit her every day at some point. You could be driving and just visualizing that time that you had with her, the message or the answers that she had for you, and dipping back in and just dipping in whenever you need. But what I always want you to do is after you visit her, I want you to bring yourself back to the now. So I want you to picture yourself with that ray of sunshine, the marble staircase, dropping you back off to now, because it's very important that we come back to the present, and then we can move forward in our life, knowing and being reassured that you're on the right path, girl. You are on the right path. You're enough. You maybe have things that have defined you in the past, but girl, like, the canvas in front of you is clean. It is an empty canvas, and you get to paint it however you want. So from this day forward, I want you moving each day, creating and painting that canvas of the woman you want to be and the woman that your future self shows you you're going to be, okay? But utilizing talking to her as just that reassurance that you are right where you are supposed to be, okay? And that's so empowering. Now, a little side note, if any of you struggled to visit her and literally see her, maybe you saw silhouette, maybe you couldn't get clarity with the picture, you probably need to do a little bit more either trauma release or clearing. Sometimes that means that there's an energy block there, and it's hard to move into that space when we're blocked, okay? That is something I do in my one-off energy sessions, so reach out. I'm happy to do a clearing with you so we can get you really locked in with your future self and really being able to feel empowered and reassured that you're right where you're supposed to be, okay? If you found value in this exercise, please pass it on to someone you know will benefit from it. And girl, go visit yourself every single day. All right, much love. Be undefined.